Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another round of the Blitz World Series.
All right, we are in it. We are in it. A quick little surprise match today. Qien and Lgnd in the chat yesterday. Qien was saying that that he thinks Allied's OP on this map, and so Lgnd said, "Hey, this isn't the castle map. Sov's OP." And so I decided, let's throw something fun together here. So we are going to do a quick little best of 5 here, and it's going to be Allied versus Soviet. Lgnd versus Qien. Qien, the Octo Kid, 16 years old, fighting out of Russia. You guys know him. He's the reigning Blitz champion right now. Just took down Woody after beating his way through the championship last month. He is the bona fide best Blitz player in the world right now, up in the top left. And we got Lgnd, one of the best players in the world. Been one of the best players in the world for a long time. Hasn't been playing as much Blitz, but has certainly proven himself. He did win the Crater tournament 2 months ago, so definitely a top-level player. So I think on this map, you know, on Castle, there's a lot of funny business. Allied was able to hide behind those walls, fly their eagles, do all that kind of stuff. On this map, you got to think Soviets can kind of do their usual thing. You got to think a player like Lgnd's going to be a lot more comfortable. We're not forcing him to switch factions, so Lgnd's just going to be playing with his Soviet the way he wants to. Qien, the Octo Kid's going to be bringing his Allied. We're going to see some Eagles, some Rockies. We'll see if either of these players push Navy. What kind of stuff we get out of this match. I'm excited to see it. Let's get it going. Sam Jor in the house, Artie in the house, Minka, Dr. Cortex. Wow. Wow.
I'm so excited you're here. I could throw a rocket in Apocalypse tank.
All right, so you see Qien, the early GIs to protect the early pressure, but we don't see any early Soviet pressure from Lgnd here. Kind of interesting. And I'll be, you know, I don't want to be a viewer grubber here. Lgnd is also streaming this. We don't get to see a lot of pro players from their point of view. So if you guys want to check out his stream to see his point of view, could be very interesting as well. And so Qien used those GIs. Oh, gonna melt those GIs. Does he save the oil? Yes, he does. Or sorry, Lgnd melts those GIs. So Qien had those GIs early to protect, and then he brought them in for a little offensive. And that's a good point because, you know, your infantry early on can do good, but once the Desolators come out, they lose a lot of mileage. So I think that makes sense there. Lgnd trying to push in here with the Rhinos. Nice pillbox from Qien. Qien comes in with the Eagles on the backside, takes out a barracks. Lgnd does not have a very nice Rhino lead here. Certainly not enough right now to push through with those GIs and those pillboxes. Crates are out now. Haha, the cheer, I love it. Paf's here. The day is always better when Paf's around. It's as simple as that. So yep, and that's what we're gonna see. Lots and lots of Eagles from Qien. And yesterday when Qien said Eagles OP, Lgnd said it's not the castle map. You can't chain react all my buildings. What are you gonna do? Snipe one oil? That's what he said. That was the claim. So we're going to see it in real time here if Qien can prove that Allied is OP on this map. Though to be fair, if Qien wins this series, I'm not sure if it proves anything about Allied or it just proves what we already know, that Qien himself, OP. Berg in the house.
I'm so excited if you're here. I could have a monkey.
All right, so now we see Lgnd now walling on the left side. He's only on 2 War Factories, so Qien sniping out that 3rd War Factory. Lgnd wants to get a fast Rhino lead here, and these Eagles are going to keep that from happening. And Legend's not... Yep, and so Legend's still building his oils in dangerous positions, getting some nice chain reactions, allowing Qien to get some nice chain reactions. Cruelty Squad in the house, the easiest name to pronounce on the stream. Keeping things simple for me. I like the walls on the left side. That's hilarious. Lgnd on 4K, Qien on 11K though. And these Eagles, what's the answer for the Eagles? I think, I mean, you could build some flak. Certainly. I don't think there's any rules against, you know, I mean, you could build the flak and at least make him rebuild his Eagles. Like every time if you make it a suicide run, at least make him lose his Eagles and have to rebuild them. Although he certainly has the money for it. And I don't know, Qien honestly could almost win this game on the ground, but that's because of the work that his Eagles have been doing. By the Eagles keeping his war factories down, it's been able to control Lgend's numbers nicely. Fish in the house. Fish, you got an easy name too. That's true. Eagles coming, Eagles coming. There goes a barracks. There goes a war factory. Just chipping them apart now. So Legend's trying to thin him out a little bit with those flak tracks, but that can be difficult. And Legend with no fodder here. Legend is broke. Legend's broke. No fodder in that mix. The Rockies are getting some nice chip damage. Qien's just going to send those Rockies. Try to get a little bit of chip damage. Desolator's coming in now. Going to thin out those GIs. More Eagles coming. Yeah, the two AFCs. You know, I think Legend kind of thought he could just spread himself out, and it would minimize the damage. You know, on the coming from Artie, you know, Artie did take Legend out of that castle tournament last month with some nasty chain reactions from his Eagles on the Oil Dirks. I think Legend thought maybe he could just spread his base out and not worry about it so much, but you still see there was a lot of chain reactions, a lot of damage done. I mean, Legend, we're at 6 minutes. Legend's on 1 war factory. Obviously, that's not what Soviet wants. And now the Mirages are out. So the Rhinos have lost all their mileage as well. Yeah, the early pressure. Against a player like Qien, though, it's really hard to say. Now Qien's in the water. So that's the final move for Qien. That's his checkmate. Will be the AFCs here. Making good use of these GIs, though. Deso guns. I think you could. I think we'll see against players like this, these heavy Eagle allied players. I think we will see people just put out flat cannons. It's kind of a weird map because your flat cannons can't get like too far out from your base, which is kind of annoying. But I think it's kind of how it has to be ultimately. Mirage is a bit out of position here. The Mirages are going to attack. The Grizzlies are defending. That's a bit backwards, but Legend doesn't have any Desolators down here to deal with these. Oh, the Mirages are just defending the aircraft carriers. Okay, I see it. Sniping the power, and the Octo Kid coming into form nicely here, out with a Chronosphere for whatever reason. Legend's push on that top side, just so severely out-tanked. And Legend, at this point in the game, just doesn't have the Rhinos he wants because of his war factories getting sniped. So Legend does go down, but we'll see what Legend can pull out of his hat here. I think you got to put some early pressure on Qien. I don't know, a player like Qien, what can you do? What can you do? But I figure, you know, compared to the regular Blitz where we make him switch factions over and over, Qien flexing, that's right. Compared to the usual stuff where we make him switch back and forth, I figured we'd let Legend run a couple Soviet right in a row, just to see if, with a couple reps right in a row, if a player like Legend can find a weakness. Don't give Qien the secret sauce. You should have given the secret sauce to Legend. I want to see a barn burner. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Mary. Artie giving the secret sauce. The last thing Qien needs is secret sauce. No one give the Lucky Unicorn to Qien, okay? Legend now has the secret sauce and the Lucky Unicorn. That should be enough. Don't you do it. All right, so point number 2 here. And again, guys, keeping the factions the same. All right, so Legend with the secret sauce and the magical unicorn. Bang burger. All right, let's see what we can get going here. So Legend didn't bring any early pressure last time. He got picked apart from the skies. I think you got to be considering 2 different options. 1, what's your anti-air? 2, are you going to try to bring early pressure? Early pressure, easier said than done against a player like Qien. Obviously, he gets so much mileage out of his pillboxes, out of his GIs, all of his defenses. But you got to be thinking it's a decent idea. Now, more importantly, the Eagles. So on a regular map, you can kind of get your flat cannons a little bit more out in front of your base. On this map, it's kind of annoying. Like, if you build a flat cannon, it's right here. But we're doing Soviet versus Allied. So I don't know. I think you could go flat cannons. That's why we saw, I think Marco was handling like that in the last tournament on Castle. Just build the flat cannons. Build the flat cannons. Yeah, you're going to put yourself behind because you got to build power. You got to build flat cannons. They're expensive, blah, 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 blah. But, ultimately, I think it's the way to stay in the game. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure what I think at some level that is the best strategy. I'm not sure for a player like Legend. Maybe microing flak tracks works. I don't know. I don't know. So we do see we see the IFE coming here. I like that when you're down on chips, when the regular things aren't working, get a little crazy. Desolator moving in. All right, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love where his head's at. Didn't quite work the way he had planned, I don't think. But, all right, so Qien's got that fodder and that pillbox, so Legend has to pull back there. And Qien, just, it's really a work of art. What he gets out of every single unit he has. 2 dogs and a pillbox, you know, can completely shift the tide in a close match like that. And it comes down to microing. Individual control and care for each one of your units. Crazy Ivan gets a... Gets that oil, Derek. Okay. Crazy Ivan for an oil. I'm not sure about that exchange, how good that is for Legend, but I like it. Keeping him on his toes, giving us some different looks. I love that. I love that. Snipers out now. So the snipers completely prohibiting the Soviet player from having fodder. You know, that's massive. You know, really in an Allied versus Soviet matchup, the Soviet player should never be able to use fodder. But we are going to see Legend bring a little split here. He's got a Desolator leading the charge over here on this left side. So the Desolator and these conscripts, yeah, not going to work. Not going to work. Eagles are out now. And so 4 Eagles in full swing, and Legend hasn't got any damage done yet. So Legend needs to reconsider this position. I don't think this is the side to attack from. You know, that's the thing. You got different options. You got multiple options. Yeah, gonna snipe that barracks. He likes sniping the barracks. That's for sure. So the flat cannon is out now. We'll see if we see more flat cannons. You know, we don't see people attack through this very often. It's not really any more of a narrow of a bottleneck in a lot of ways. A lot of fodder in that group for Legend. Pillboxes coming. Constant pillboxes from Qien. Eagles coming now. They're juiced up. They're coming. What's the target? What's the target? Taking a war factory? Yup. Doesn't get a single eagle there. Look at all that fodder. And even just straight Grizzlies overpowering Legend right now with the help of that fodder. And Legend could really use a Desolator to clean out that fodder. Those dogs are really, really impacting his progress here. Having to target the tanks individually. Nice hit from Qien on that right side. He saw 2 oils together, took them both out. Now Legend's forced to build two barracks at a time, 2 barracks out so we can keep, figured so we keep the flat cans coming. He's got paradrops on the bottom right, nothing down there to handle that. Not sure if Legend sees that. Qien's a beast. That's what we call him, the Octo Kid. Playing someone with 4 hands is not easy. Yeah, this base walk is interesting from Legend. I actually kind of like this. Yeah, I like this base walk, these forward war factories. And now gonna push in here? Are we pushing in? You're scaring me, Legend. You're scaring me, buddy. Gonna target, so targeting the Eagles individually to try to rank up his Rhinos. Takes out a couple Eagles, doesn't get much done there though. But Qien doesn't have much to counterpunch with, so Qien's got 4 Grizzlies out. I like this position for Legend. I feel like he could have continued that progress a little bit slower. I think there's just too many pillboxes here. He felt like he had to push. So his economy's just getting eaten up on the backside. Drone the Eagles. That could be it, man. That could be the move. So Legend forced to sell off some war factories. He doesn't have the oil to support them. Legend quits out. All right, I like this. I like this. On match point, you got to delay readying up a second. Throw your opponent off, brainstorm, pull some inner energy. Some inner energy. Let's get a barn burner. Can we get a barn burner around here? Valentino in the house, in the house. Valentino, hope to see you on Friday. Wait, are you playing Friday? Are you in D3? No, you're D2 maybe? D3, D2? Well, hope to see you whenever you're supposed to play. You're in some division this weekend, I think. All right, here we go. So, match point, it is best of 5. If Qien can take this one home, take it home 3-0. We'll see. Legend, what is the answer here? I'm tempted to say proactive. I'm tempted to say proactive flat cannons. Maybe Legend's right though. Maybe it's just like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that will stop the Eagles, but it will put me so far behind I will never recover. Maybe that's just the case. I don't know. I think maybe a super early base. I don't know. Even a base walk though, the allied player is going to meet it with prism towers. Can you just bring early rhinos? I think that's what we're going to see. Early rhinos. The other thing, too, is conscripts can get something done. We did specifically put these huts to resist, to slow down the infantry pushes right up the middle off the bat. Those kind of annoy me. But, you know, prior to the AFC coming out, the conscripts can get something done before the sniper and the Navy SEAL are out. Man, it's just so funny. Qien makes it look so easy. I'm just trying to think. If you pumped your flat cannons, had your rhinos, and then try to get like early IC, Kirov, Naval Yard, Dreadnought, try to go tech. That's just a lot of things though. Managing a ground army while also building up flat cannons and pushing tech. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of items. It's expensive. Eagles already out. Second AFC already here. It's true. If you had the water, you could have some anti-air in the water. Yeah, I think the Navy could be good, especially early on, because map control should go to the Soviet player. Until the Mirages come out, he should be able to control the middle pretty easily. No Desolator in that group, so again, we're going to see that fodder give Legend a lot of issues. So Legend out now with a lot of flak tracks. So he has a lot of flak tracks out to meet these Eagles. I'd like to see a Desolator in the group for Legend. Those dogs, it's hard to appreciate what that much fodder can do. Rhinos lose a lot of mileage, which is really unfortunate because it's one thing to get picked apart by Eagles or once the Mirages are out to fall behind, but your ground battles 3 minutes into the game, you don't want to be losing to the allied player. But he's got the flag tracks are hard. I mean, he's got a big base to defend. He's got a big base to defend. Yeah, this map, it's hard though. This map does bottleneck. This map does bottleneck a little bit. It's difficult to push. But yeah, you're right. Legend's playing the way that Qien wants him to. I mean, Legend now building bunkers. Like, Legend, we can't wait. You know, we gotta go. We gotta make something happen. Yeah, that'll be a nice chain reaction. Oh no. So Legend is spacing out his oils now. So I like that spreading out the base is a good counter to the Eagles. It minimizes the damage. You're not getting these big chain reactions. But at the same time, you gotta take some Eagles with you, or else they're just getting juiced up and they're gonna be right back tomorrow. You know, it's over and over and over. So you gotta try to take some Eagles with you. It doesn't really make sense. But Legend just wants to go straight Rhinos. There's still no Battle Lab out. Until the Battle Lab and the Mirages come, the Rhinos could get something done. He's got to handle the fodder though. A Desolator needs to join this group to clean out the fodder. Prism Tower's out now, and Qien very comfortable turtling here. And without tech, without an IC, without a Kirov, without a Navy, the turtling works well for the allied player. Builds a barracks, builds another barracks. Nice chain reaction, doesn't lose an Eagle. A lot of Prism Towers, no fodder in this group. And now the Mirage is out for Qien. The problem is pushing tech. If you don't control the Eagles, you can't really push tech. He'll just keep sniping the Battle Lab. It only takes, I think, 3 Eagles to snipe a Battle Lab. So that doesn't really, yeah, that's the problem. Is that unless you have to control, you have to anti-air hard before you can push tech. That's the issue. So now a Battle Lab out here, I just, you know. It was good timing, though. He built it right as those Eagles were gone. Flat Cannon's out of position now. Battle Lab completely undefended. Desolator. So now he does have some Desolators on this bottom side, but this push on the bottom side would have been desperate and probably ineffective a minute ago. Now I don't think it really has a chance. He built another Battle Lab. Love that. So with the double, oh, the forward War Factory, okay. So with the double Battle Lab there, he was able to get the Iron Curtain out. That Iron Curtain's in a bad spot right next to an oil. Never like that. Engineer heading down to take the Lighthouse, so he's got Kirovs coming, and he's going to get the Lighthouse. Eagles are going to try to, so what's, Legend has to protect, he needs to try to protect his power. Okay, so loses the reactor. He's now low power. Kirov's doing some work here, though. Legend hadn't given him that look yet. He wasn't expecting that, so that's nice. Gets a little something done. And Qien, is Qien going to try to push here? The Iron Curtain's low power, though. He does have his Battle Lab, so he can build. So another nuclear reactor out, but it's pretty much naked up there. I'm not sure how he's going to avoid having the same thing happen again. Those Kirov's not able to get too much done. Iron Curtain back online. The problem is he's split right now. He needs to defend the Iron Curtain and the nuclear reactor. And I think he's just going to keep pumping nuclear reactors. Yep, so he's just going to keep building nuclear reactors, try to get this Iron Curtain, and send it that way. Not a terrible idea. At this point in the game, I think it's probably his best option. We could try for a Deso Bomb first, maybe. Oh, the snipers counter the Deso so hard. Iron Curtain coming. Here comes the Eagles. Here comes the Eagles. So, Qien coming on the top side with his Grizzlies. Ooh, sneaks in, grabs that oil, takes the Battle Lab with it. Nice target from Qien. Eagles coming, Eagles coming, Eagles coming. Iron Curtain. Iron Curtain's the Iron Curtain. Iron Curtain's the Iron Curtain. So I forget, Iron Curtain versus Force Shield. The Force Shield puts you low power. How long is the Force Shield? How long are you low power after you use a Force Shield? Like, are you able to use an Iron Curtain and then use another one faster than it would be to use an Iron Curtain? And then, ooh, wins a nice little exchange on the bottom side. Picks up a lot of those Grizzlies. Snipes the industrial plant. The flat cannons are scrambling, man. They didn't sign up for this. They're like, hey, why don't you build a flat cannon? We can't drive around this much. Keen on 65K. If anyone thinks they're reading that number wrong, you are not. It is 65K. 2-minute warning now. Mirage is pushing in, melting those Rhino tanks. Oof, 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 oof. Oh, and the paradrop on the backside is going to get the Iron Curtain. The nuclear reactor goes down. The Iron Curtain goes down. Oh my god, the paradrop now going to take the MCV. Yep. Qien's a beast. Qien is a beast.
Wake your ass up because it's time to go beast mode.
Lucky Unicorn, get out of here. You're useless. That one elite AFC in the middle. Legend gonna try to hold on to those buildings, let it come down to time. You never know when it comes down to time. Yo. Well. Well, not much to be done about that. Qien is a beast. I don't know though. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, well, you could do X, Y, and Z to prevent what he's doing. To counter what he's doing, you could do this. But in a lot of those cases, though, it's difficult. From up here, we think this would counter that. But the problem is sometimes those counters throw you so far out of position that, yeah, they might help you survive or resist. But the question is, how do you then come back and win? Fish versus Qien. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good idea. No, guys, I'm actually gonna get off. This was just a quick stream today. 25 minutes. Oh my God, a 25-minute SmackDown. Everyone on YouTube's gonna know it was a blowout because when they look at the score after Qien wins the first one, they're gonna be like, well, obviously this is a 3-0. I'll just post like 10 minutes of me dancing afterwards. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'm supposed to be off today and for the next few days. I'm going on a trip, but right before I left today, I was like, let's get one more in. So now I'm leaving town. I'm out of town till Thursday, Friday. So, yeah, if you do exit, that's a good point. The 2v2, I have all these videos. Floppy taint. Thanks for the follow, buddy. I'm sure you get a kick out every time that someone has to read that name. All of the videos are highlighted on Twitch right away, so you can always find them on there. The YouTube is about a week, 10 days out. So the YouTube videos are pretty delayed, but all of the videos are highlighted on Twitch. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you this weekend.